Can I eat it?
See how wet it is?
I need a knife or something. I've had wetter.
What is up, fam? I woke up so horny today. Welcome back to another episode of Rockin' with Ricky. Tonight we're going to be making Cacio Pepe with a twist, as well as a deconstructed Caprese salad. And of course, this one is dead simple and so creamy. As always, first we're going to start with the mise en place, and we're going to need a half of an onion finely chopped. I'll be honest, I hate onions, but they're very necessary in terms of flavor profile for some things. Also, my wife loves onions, and I love getting to see my wife's butt. So, onions it is. The trick that I find as someone who greatly dislikes onions is to cut them really, really small. And once they're small and you cook them, it makes it okay. I hope everybody had a good weekend. Past weekend was Mother's Day. Hope you called your mother. And if your significant other is a mother, hope you got the fuck out of her way. Now, some of you are going to be asking yourself, why are we chopping onions for Cacio Pepe? Well, because we're only going to be serving one main course, we need a protein. And so before the Italians crucify me and send the mob after me, I am going to be doing a beef Cacio and Pepe. Bear with me. It's going to be okay, guys. I promise. It's delicious. You ever just wake up horny? I mean, look, a lot of guys, most guys wake up with their member standing at attention. Mine just never went away. All day long, I was just fantasizing about my partner, which I think is healthy. And as I was thinking of what dishes I was gonna cook tonight, everything that popped into my head was creamy, including Cacio Pepe. You know what I just realized? I'm gonna be putting meat in something creamy twice tonight. Let's set that off to the side. Before we brown those onions, let's prepare our mise en place for our deconstructed Caprese salad, which also, by the way, has a twist to it. When you're cooking such a simple dish, it's really important that you use extremely fresh ingredients. So I was able to pick up this beautiful heirloom tomato, and I'm gonna be using it for the Caprese. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna cut this thing into slices. And then we'll just set that off until later. Look at that. Beautiful. Now, I don't like tomatoes, but my wife does, so I'm making this for her. I actually won't eat it. We'll set this off to the side. We'll heat up a pan. Let me bring you guys over here. Okay, we got a skillet heating up here. We're just gonna put a little olive oil in there, and we're gonna brown these onions. We're just gonna cook these onions down until they're real soft. While we're doing that, let's get some water boiling. Cooking pasta, you get about a tablespoon of salt in there. I'm actually really excited to share this one with you guys. All right, now we're gonna add a pound of ground beef to our browned onions. And again, you guys, we're cooking a dish with very few ingredients, so use high quality stuff. I'm using 15% fat, organic grass-fed beef. Have you guys ever seen one of these? Shout out Atria for putting me up on game with this. Now don't overcomplicate this. We're just gonna season this with a liberal amount of ground salt. Sorry, a liberal amount of ground garlic salt. And some Italian seasoning, which is just Oregano, marjoram, thyme, basil, rosemary, and sage. And we're just gonna brown this meat. Always taste your food. This needs a little bit more salt. The meat's browned, that's perfect. We're just gonna set this off and wait for our water to finish boiling. Now, most people use spaghetti. For this particular dish, I'm a big fan of bucatini, so that's what I'm gonna be using tonight. Okay, listen, we got that water boiling. Now, pay attention to the timing instructions on your pasta. This one is cook for 9 to 11 minutes. So what we wanna do is we wanna take it off about 2 minutes prior to it being fully cooked al dente. So 9 minutes is on the lower end. We're gonna cook this bucatini for 7 minutes. Now while the noodles are boiling, you wanna get a pan like this. Turn it on low and grind a little bit of pepper in there. Trust me on this, I'm not crazy. You can smell it as it warms up. Do you ever just have the dirtiest thoughts about your wife during the day? So much so that you text her while she's at work and say, come home right now, we need to do it? Because I do that fairly regularly. Usually she tells me to shut up. Sometimes she complies. There's something hot about that midday romp. You just can't wait any longer. You have to put everything aside and just handle it right then and there. Okay, that pepper smells great. Turn off the heat. Like, sometimes I like it dirty. You know what I mean? We're gonna move this off the heat. We're gonna bring this here so you can see better. We're gonna take our semi-cooked noodles. Okay. Now, you'll notice I didn't drain off the pasta water, so I'm gonna take a cup of that. I'm gonna put that in here. We're gonna finish off our cook in here, and I'll show you why in a second. You wanna keep it moving. I have a full 8-ounce block, finely shredded, of Pecorino Romano cheese. It has to be Pecorino Romano. And we're just gonna add a little bit of the hot water, and we're gonna stir this around. A little more hot pasta water. See how we're turning it into a creamy paste? I'm gonna turn off the heat on the noodles. God, it's so wet. That is decadently creamy. We're gonna add our ground beef. We're gonna take our plate. With 4 tomatoes on it. Extra virgin cold pressed olive oil. Just a light drizzle. Just the tiniest pinch of salt. A little crack of pepper. Now, here's where the magic happens, okay? We're going to take the most beautiful, creamy, decadent burrata. You with me? And slice it down the middle. Then once the burrata is open, you just give the burrata a nice drizzle of olive oil, crack of pepper on top. There's the appetizer, Deconstructed Caprese Salad. Then you take this, twist it, release it. Cracked pepper all over it. And that is my Cacio Pepe.
Can I eat it?
Try the Cacio Pepe first. See how wet it is?
I need a knife or something. Alright, I'm just gonna go for it. I've had wetter.
Try the Caprese.
It's actually really good though. I'm also starving. Can I have a knife? Damn it, I cannot get a good bite. Hold on. I mean, I feel like it's kind of hard to fuck up burrata salad.
It's so wet and creamy, right?
Oh my god.
And that's another episode of Rockin' with Ricky. Same time next week. Like, comment, and subscribe.